Today's lecture on nurturing agricultural enterprises for sustainable growth. Join me as we explore the strategies and insights that can help build a resilient and thriving agricultural businesses. So if you find this content valuable, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's grow together. Greetings to everyone. So, welcome to my video lecture presentation in Nurturing Agricultural Enterprises for Sustainable Growth. My name is Michael Victor Gonzalez from West Visayas State University College of Agriculture and Forestry. So, let's begin our lecture. So, let's begin in understanding agricultural commodities in the Philippines and our ASEAN neighbors. So the agricultural commodities are essential products derived from agriculture that can be traded and utilized in various industries. So they include crops, also our livestock, forestry, our our lumber. So these are example of our forestry products and aquaculture. So in the Philippines and ASEAN countries, agricultural commodities play a significant role in food security and also our trade and the economic development. That is how our commodity plays its significant role for our development. So, what are the agricultural commodities in the Philippines? Commonly is our rice. So, rice is the staple food for Filipinos and one of the primary agricultural commodities. So every Filipinos, majority of the Filipinos consume rice. And some restaurants are using promos like only rice to attract a huge customer. The Philippines is one of the top consumer and importers of rice in Southeast Asia. So example, in 2022, the Philippines produced 19.96 million metric tons of rice, primarily from regions like Central Luzon and Cagayan Valley. Next is our coconut. Overview, the Philippines is among the largest producers of coconuts globally, contributing to the production of copra and coconut oil and other byproducts. So in the Philippines, the country supplies approximately 45% of the global coconut oil demand, making it a key player in the global market. So that's how our country uh, plays a major role in coconut industry. Then our banana. The Philippines is also a top exporter of bananas, particularly Cavendish bananas, which are shipped to major markets like Japan, China, and also in Middle East. So in 2021, the country exported 3.91 million metric tons of bananas. That will be included for our GDP, accounting for significant foreign exchange earnings. Then what are the agricultural commodities in ASEAN countries? So we do have a palm oil in Indonesia and Malaysia. Indonesia and Malaysia are the leading producers and exporters of palm oil globally. So these are the countries who have a huge production of palm oil. So the palm oil is a key commodity for both countries, driving much of their agricultural trade. So Indonesia and Malaysia produce over 80% of world's palm oil. which is used in food products, cosmetics, and also biofuels. Then rubber from Thailand. Thailand is the world's largest producer of natural rubber, supplying rubber for industries like automotive manufacturing and healthcare. So in 2021, Thailand's rubber exports reached to 4.9 million metric tons, cementing its dominance in the global market. And also coffee from Vietnam. Vietnam is the second largest coffee producer in the world, specializing in Robusta coffee. Coffee exports are significant contributor to the country's economy. So Vietnam's coffee export were valued at $3 billion in 2022, with in major markets in Europe and United States. So a first look at enterprise. Here we are going to discuss what are the type of business organizations. So first is our sole proprietorship, a business owned and operated by a single individual only. So we have advantage and disadvantage of this type of business. First advantage is you have full control and decision making power. Then simple setup with a minimal legal requirements and a direct lane to all profits. However, its disadvantages: unlimited liability. The owner is personally liable for all debts, limited capital, and resources. And also continuity issue. The business may end if the owner retires or passes away. Okay, so next is the partnership. A business owned by two or more individuals who are profits and who share both profits and responsibilities. Advantages of this setup: a more capital and resources compared to a sole proprietorship, shared responsibilities and expertise, and relatively simple and inexpensive to form. While its disadvantages, there is a what we call joint liability. So your partners, you have a both financial and also legal responsibilities. So that is why you need to choose carefully the partner in your industry by choosing this setup. And then there is a potential conflicts between partners. And then limited lifespan. So the partnership may dissolve if a partner exits. So that is the disadvantages of partnership. That's why you must have to be very careful in choosing your business partner if this will be your setup. Then we have a corporation, a legal entity. So there's a legal entity separate from its owners, offering a what we call limited liability to shareholders. So what are the advantages? So the corporation has a limited liability since shareholders are protected from a personal liability and easier access to capital through stock sales and perpetual existence. The business continues even if ownership changes. So, what are the disadvantages? A more complex and expensive to set up because there is a legal um, entity that you're trying to set up, and it requires a huge amount of monetary operation, and also a heavier regulatory requirements because of the scope and also the volume of its operations of this setup. And also we have a double taxation. Profits are taxed at the corporate level and again when distributed as dividends. Next, production and manufacturing. So let's proceed to types of business activities. So first is our production and manufacturing. So this business focus on converting raw materials into finished products. So in agriculture, this could involve processing a crops into food or raw goods into value-added items. An example, converting the sugar cane into sugar or processing rice into packaged goods. Then our merchandising. So merchandising business purchase finished goods from producers and they sell it to the consumers. They act as the word intermediaries. So they are in between. They act as a seller between producers and also to customers. Example of this is agricultural supply stores selling seeds, fertilizers, and tools. So they belong to merchandising. Another one is services. So the service-based business provide intangible products like expertise, maintenance, or consulting rather than physical goods. So our example is the agricultural consultancy services, offering advice on sustainable farming practices. So factors contributing to business failure and how to overcome them. So let's tackle them one by one. It starts in a what we call poor financial management. If you have a poor financial management, eventually your business will fail. So inadequate cash flow management, lack of budgeting, and failure to secure funding can lead to insolvency. So the solution here is that you should implement a sound financial practices in your business. You need to regularly monitor your cash flow, where your money go, and develop a robust financial plan. So it either short term or long term goal to guide your financial decisions. Next is our lack of market understanding. So this problem commonly among our farmers, uh, especially they don't know the market, they have a lack of market understanding, and their choices of crops to produce is a major decision to make. And if you fail to understand the market dynamics, you may miss the point why you are producing that crop and why you choose it to produce during that season. So entering a market without proper research or failing to meet customer needs will lead to poor sales and business decline. Why? If, for example, in the law of supply and demand, during summer, most of the farmers decided to produce watermelon. And once the farmers' output are in matured state, tendency, if the farmers who planted their watermelon in the same duration, the same time, it will create a what we call surplus, huge amount of product or surplus, and eventually that will lower down the price because the more farmers wants to sell their commodity. So improper timing of planting can lead to poor sales and also a business decline. So the solution is you should conduct a thorough market research. You must have to observe the market, and you need to plan out. You need to uh, this, understand the competition as well. Because of this market research, you have a better understanding what to produce and when to produce, so that you will be stay updated on your consumer trends and continuously adapt your products offerings. Another one is weak business planning. So this one, businesses without clear goals, even in real without goals, actually can also lead to lack of strategies. And if you don't have any strategies, how much more can you prepare for a what we call contingency or unexpected events? So without any business planning, you are highly vulnerable to the challenges in your business operation. So your solution should develop a comprehensive business plan with a defined objectives. You need to be clear and specific, and you need to set up a strategies to mitigate a what we call weaknesses and threats. So here it falls here in your risk management approaches. So that is why you need to have a good business planning. Another one is ineffective leadership. So the poor decision making, lack of direction, and ineffective team management can cripple a business because you cannot implement your uh, good practices and there is no direction what are your employees have to do, and it resulted to ineffective team management. Here the solution is that you should cultivate a what we call leadership skills. You need to take charge of your operation. You need to understand and you need to know what is your overall business operation, and especially if you're dealing with people, invest in your team development. You need to train them and have a good relationship and foster a positive organizational cultures and respect and discipline. Another one is operational inefficiencies. So this one, it reflects to person. So inefficient processes, poor quality control, and supply chain disruption can lead to increased cost and reduced competitiveness. So you need to optimize your operations through process improvements, technology, adoption, and quality management systems. So for our references used in this discussion, so here are the following list. So thank you very much for being attentive in this video lecture. And I really hope that you gained a lot from this lecture. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you again on our next lesson. Have a good day.